Yeah. Slowly.
Maharaj Parikshit was very eager to hear more about Krishna. And so, after finishing the narration of Arjuna's
Before going to bed, at that time especially, you read Krishna book or hear. You can even fortunate, I don't know, say, see being Krishna. The another place says Krishna book is a window to the world. And so, simply reading this book or teaching, Chaitanya Prabhupada mentioned few books. You can be meditating on that. It's like a, what is called? That the Goswami used to say, this is one type of bhajan. During that, you can be achieve perfection. Nothing, going back to Godhead. Krishna is very powerful.
There was a householder Brahmana in the city of Vrindavan, the capital of the kingdom of Videha. The Brahmana, whose name was Shrutadeva, was a great devotee of Lord Krishna, fully Krishna conscious and always engaged in the service of the Lord. He was completely peaceful in mind and detached from all material attraction.
So Bhagavad Gita, there are two verses. How to attain peace. First verse, इसका अर्थ क्या है पता है? बता दो उठ के दे इंग्लिश और हिंदी सुहृदं सर्वभूतानां ज्ञात्वा अंतिम इच्छति There is another verse. Yes, Vihaya Kaman Jas Sarvam Charati Nishpiha Nirmamo Santi Odhigacchati. How you can get peace? Okay. Is a meaning and follow? Vihaya Kaman.
Ahankara means without false ego and false I am the doer.
Vihaya Kaman, giving material. Sadbam, just charity nishpiha. No.
Nothing dear.
Aspiration. Nirahankara, giving up all false ego. Ahankara. Just Shantim Odhigacchati. Attain supreme peace. Okay, go ahead. Everybody understood?
Yes.
Can you remember?
God for name, fame, and
Sorry? Who?
why should not be for name, fame, and these things? Then
It's written. It's authentic. Where? Where is written? When you refer from the scripture. Maybe true, but you're saying you can get that. You have to refer from the scripture. You have to read scripture. How will fill your mind? Moment you are not thinking something else, Krishna, you think something else. Any of us. So Vedic literature, so many stories that you can think. Srimad Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata, which can increase your attachment to Krishna. Yes? Yes?
I feel only you can raise me up.
That's it. What do you say?
He feels only you can raise him to the platform. Only you can raise him to the platform of this.
What Prabhupada said is, depending on your position, he will tell you something. You take it seriously, everything will happen. Sadhu, Shastra, Guru, you should associate. Everybody has got limited time, human life. Labdha, sudurlabham, very rare. Moment we die, we don't know whether we become hog, dog or anything. And millions of life beyond, then you have to become serious. Is that clear? Okay, go ahead.
He was very learned and had no desire other than to be fully situated in Krishna consciousness. Although in the order of householder life, he never took great pains to earn anything for his livelihood. He was satisfied with whatever he could achieve without much endeavor. And somehow or other he lived in that way. Every day he would get the necessities of life in just the quantity required, and not more. That was his destiny. The Brahmana had no desire to get more than what he needed, and thus he was peacefully executing the regulative principles of a Brahmin's life, as enjoined in the revealed scriptures. Fortunately, the king of Mithila was a good devotee, was as good a devotee as the Brahman. The name of this famous king was Bodhashva. He was very well established in the reputation as a good king, and he was not at all ambitious to extend himself for the sake of sense gratification. As such, both the Brahman and King Bodhashva remained pure devotees of Lord Krishna in Mithila. Since Lord towards these two devotees, King Gaulashva and the Brahman Sutadeva, he one day asked his driver, Taruka, to take his chariot into the capital city of Mithila. Lord Krishna was accompanied by the great sages, Narada, Vamandev, Atri, Vyasadev, Parashuram, Asita, Aruni, Sukadev, Brihaspati, Kanva, Maitreya, Chavana, and others. Lord Krishna and the sages passed through many villages and towns, and everywhere the citizens would receive them with great respect and offer them articles in worship. So the citizens who came to see the Lord and all the assembled sages, it seemed as though the sun were present along with its various satellite planets. In that journey, Lord Krishna and the sages passed through the kingdoms of Anartha, Tanva, Kurujangal, Kanka, Matsya, Panchal, Kunti, Madhu, Kekaya, Koshal, and Arna. And thus, all the citizens of these places, both men and women, could see Lord Krishna face to face. In this way, they enjoyed celestial happiness, and with open hearts full of love and affection for the Lord. And when they saw the face of the Lord, it seemed to them that they were drinking nectar through their eyes. When they saw Krishna, all the ignorant misconceptions of their lives dissipated. When the Lord passed through the various countries and the people came to visit him, simply by glancing over them, the Lord would bestow all good fortune upon them and liberate them from all kinds of ignorance. In some places, the demigods would join with the human beings, and the glorification of the Lord would cleanse all directions of all inauspicious things. In this way, Lord Krishna gradually reached the kingdom of Videha. When the citizens received the news of the Lord's arrival, they all felt unlimited happiness and came to welcome him, taking gifts in their hands to offer. As soon as they saw Lord Krishna, their hearts immediately blossomed in transcendental bliss, just like the lotus flowers upon the rising of the sun. Previously, they had simply heard the names of the great sages, but had never seen them. Now, by the mercy of the Lord Krishna.
Why always Lord's many things compared with lotus? What is the significance of lotus? Anything? Anybody? Or Prabhupada said?
Most beautiful object.
Most beautiful object. Yes, that is what Prabhupada said. That is why compare. Okay.
Now they had opportunity of seeing both the great sages and the Lord himself. King Baulashva and the Brahmana, Shrutadev, knowing well that the Lord had come there just to grace them with favor, immediately fell at the Lord's lotus feet and offered their respects. With folded hands, the king and the Brahmana each simultaneously invited Lord Krishna and all the sages to his home. In order to please both of them, Lord Krishna expanded himself into two and went to the houses of each of them. Yet neither the king nor the Brahman could understand that the Lord had gone to the house of the other. Both thought that the Lord had gone only to his own house, that he and his companions were present in both houses, although both the Brahman and the king thought he was present in one house only, is another opulence of the Supreme Personality of God. This opulence is described in the revealed scriptures as Vaibhav Prakash. When Lord Krishna married 16,000 wives, he expanded himself into 16,000 forms, each one of them as powerful as him himself. Similarly, Vrindavan, when Brahma stole Krishna's calves and cowherd boys, Krishna expanded himself into many new calves and boys. Baulashva, the king of Videha, was very intelligent and was a perfect gentleman. He was astonished that so many great sages, along with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, were personally present in his home. He knew perfectly well that the conditioned soul engaged in worldly affairs cannot be 100% pure. Pure devotees are always transcendental to worldly. Therefore, when he found that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, and all the great sages were at his home, he was astonished. And he began to thank Krishna for his causeless mercy. Feeling very much obliged and wanting to receive his guests to the best of his ability, he called for nice chairs and cushions. And Lord Krishna, along with all the sages, sat down very comfortably. At that time, King Baulashva's mind was very restless, not because of any problems, but because of great ecstasy of love and devotion. His heart was filled with love and affection for the Lord and his associates, and his eyes were filled with tears of ecstasy. He washed the feet of his divine guests, and afterward he and his family members sprinkled the water on their own heads. After this, he offered the guests nice flower garlands, sandalwood poles, incense, new garments, ornaments, lamps, cows, and bulls. In a manner just befitting his royal position, he worshipped each of them in this way. When all had been fed sumptuously and were sitting very comfortably, Gaulashva came before the Lord Krishna and caught his lotus feet. He placed them on his lap, and while massaging the feet with his hands, began to speak about the glories of the Lord in a sweet voice. My dear Lord, you are the super soul of all living entities. As the witness within the heart, you are cognizant of everyone's activity.
So, where it says Lord is within the heart, Bhagavad Gita. Any other? Here another thing he said, as a staying in the heart, I am
The witness.
witness. When it is said in Bhagavad Gita, yes.
You are cognizant of everyone's activity. Thus, we are duty bound to always think of your lotus feet, so that we can remain in a secure position and not deviate from your eternal service. As a result of our continuous remembrance of your lotus feet, you have kindly visited my place personally to favor me with your causeless mercy. We have heard, my dear Lord, that by your various statements you confirm your pure devotees to be more dear to you than Lord Balaram or your constant servitor, the goddess of fortune. Your devotees are dearer to you than your first son, Lord Brahma, and I'm sure that you have so kindly visited my place in order to prove your divine statement. I cannot imagine how people can be godless and demoniac, even after knowing of your causeless mercy and affection for your devotees.
Where Krishna is telling symptom of demoniac qualities and divine qualities.
Whole chapter 16.
More say another word. Never mind, few other verses. This is one. One devotee one day asking Prabhupada, I thought we are becoming Vaishnava. So truly speaking, yes, compared to outside people, but we are trying to become Vaishnava. Vaishnava is not a cheap thing. Anyway, Vaishnava has these qualities. Now I find these things are demoniac qualities, to tell the truth. Dhamma, Darpa, most of us have got all these things. Yes, that means you have to become more pure. It's not so easy to clean off this Dhamma, Darpa. So, in gate in front of you, you'll find there is something written. Written, Prabhupada is saying, one who is Namra, that means one who is humble, sober, and very tolerant, बहुत सहनशील हिंदी में लिखा है, इसलिए नहीं हिंदी, जो बहुत नम्र एंड सहनशील, उसके बाद क्या क्या, वो आसानी से भगवत धाम का गेट उसके लिए खुला है, ये आसानी से घुसने से. That means one who is very humble, meek. There is also Bible says, one who is meek and humble, they can enter into the kingdom of God. Most of the people are puffed up. Who said, Muri and Puri can puff up. Nobody can puff up because of his knowledge, beauty, position, power. Chaitanya Bhagavad is saying, one who thinks himself, I am insignificant. This sort of, just like here we say, our Acharya, Krishnadas Guruji, I am lower than this and this. So exactly like that. It says, Dinere Odhi Krishna, Shahar is mercy more, one is humble. Dinere Odhi Daya Karen Bhagavan, Pundit, one who knows scripture more, Pandit, Kulin, that means who thinks I come from aristocratic family coming, Brahmin, high class. Pandit, Kulin, Dhoni, one has got a lot of wealth, wealthy person. Boro Bhima is very proud. And one is proud, Krishna said, they don't, that sincerity and the devotion also, feeling the pain. Okay, go ahead.
In this material world, we see even worm in the stool, he's proud.
You say?
Prabhupada said even dog is proud.
Yes, hand dog. One can check himself, introspective. Any discussion on this? Okay. We can see how there is a relation between Krishna and Duryodhana. Duryodhana's daughter married to Krishna's son. Who is the son? Who is the daughter? Lakshmana. So Duryodhana invited Krishna, and Krishna, instead of going there, to do so many things, between ladies, with all golden plates, this, that. And whereas Duryodhana ousted his uncle, insulting, humiliating, should be whipped, this, that, and leaving them bereft of anything, Shudra. Who is that? Vidura and his wife. And Krishna arrived there. And how did he? Krishna was enjoying when they are treating him with hospitality or getting nothing. They are overwhelmed in ecstasy how to serve Krishna. What they will give, they have nothing themselves to eat. But they have the spirit, the mood. So I said, mood. Krishna understood. Suddenly they saw a bunch of ripe banana, he or his wife. Brought it, an ecstasy. That is giving, peeling and giving, peeling and giving. Don't know, suddenly, so okay, my way. So they understood, everybody knows. He understood something wrong maybe. Suddenly, oh, hey? He is throwing, giving the peel, and Krishna is smilingly eating those peel. And Krishna said, you think I have come here to eat? I am watching your mood. So there is a saying, Krishna is bhavagrahi. Krishna, check how you feel for Krishna. You see, we are chanting Hare Krishna more or less mechanically, but we are associating with Krishna. And Rupa Goswami is feeling when he chants, it seems like I am not chanting, Krishna is dancing on the drum. Bhaktivedanta Thakur said, name can take initiative, he can itself do something. Name itself is Krishna. At the same time, more merciful than Krishna himself. And he goes to the ear, he thinks if I have got millions of pair of ears, I could little test it. Tongue also, he said, you have got millions of tongue, I could little chant and relish. And again say something, Tunde Tandavini. Tandavini means dancing. and goes to the mind, something is said, become numb, stubborn.
Senses die. Senses become inactive.
Become inactive, that's it, say, numb, not active. And goes to the heart, something say, maybe ocean or bliss, something like that. So you can see how far we are from our chanting. Understand? That is why Prabhupada said, do many other activities. Because you don't say, that is Prabhupada gave him 18 rounds. But another place said, 18,000 rounds you do, that is not enough. When you taste, and some devotee asked Prabhupada, that I see Prabhupada when he chants, more you feel like chanting. Prabhupada says, this is a good sign. You're liking it. If you nicely chant, you like it, chant more. Depends, your mood, how you are chanting. If you think you are associated with Krishna directly, maybe you will be careful chanting. Most of us forget that. Yes? There is a book where Prabhupada is saying how to chant. Somebody again selected from the verses, so most important one, how to chant. Okay. Yeah.
So how can we get this taste?
By hankering, crying. But we are now crying for something else, material. Now we cry both at the same time. No? Yeah. You have to pay the price. Everything has got a price. Krishna is invaluable. I cannot cheaply you can get Krishna. Okay. Any comment? Any question? Yes? But chanting, ultimately chanting is everything. But we cannot go that way. That is why Prabhupada gave varieties of things. Goswami says variety of other things, the Harikatha, Harinam, a festival week, you serve there, is also good as chanting.
I cannot imagine how people can be godless and demoniac. Even after knowing your cosmos mercy and affection for your devotees, are constantly engaged in Krishna consciousness. How can people who know of these things forget your lotus feet? My dear Lord, it is known to us that you are so kind and liberal that when a person leaves everything just to engage in Krishna consciousness, you sometimes give yourself in exchange for that unalloyed service. You have appeared in the Yadu dynasty to fulfill your mission of reclaiming all conditioned souls rotting in the sinful activities of material existence. And this appearance is already famous all over the world. My dear Lord, you are the ocean of unlimited mercy, love and affection. Your transcendental form is full of bliss, knowledge and eternity. You can attract everyone's heart by your beautiful form as Shama Sundara Krishna. Your knowledge is unlimited, and to teach all the people how to execute devotional service, you have sent your incarnation, Naranaraya, who is engaged in severe austerities and penances at Badrinaraya. Kindly therefore accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. My dear Lord, I beg to request you and your companions, the great sages of Brahmanas, to remain at my place, at least for a few days, so that this family of the famous King Nimi may be sanctified by the dust of your lotus feet. Lord Krishna could not refuse the request of his devotee, and thus he remained there for a few days with the sages to sanctify the city of Mithila and all its citizens. Meanwhile, the Brahmana Shrutadev, simultaneously receiving Lord Krishna and his associates at home, was transcendently overwhelmed with joy. After offering his guests nice sitting places, the Brahmana began to dance, waving around his wrap. Shukadev, being not at all rich, offered only mattresses, wooden planks, straw carpets, and so on to his distinguished guests. Lord Krishna the sages, but he welcomed them to the best of his ability. He spoke very highly of the Lord and the sages, and he and his wife washed the feet of each one of them. After this, he took the water and sprinkled it over all the members of his family. And although the Brahman appeared very poor, he was at that time most fortunate. While Shukadev was welcoming Lord Krishna and his associates, he simply forgot himself in transcendental joy.
कृपया भक्त लोग सब अपना अपना मोबाइल बंद रखिए, बार बार डिस्टर्ब हो रहा है। साइलेंट मोड में रख दीजिए ना, तो फ्लाइट मोड पे कीजिए।
While Shukadev was welcoming Lord Krishna and his associates, he simply forgot himself in transcendental joy. After welcoming the Lord and his companions according to his ability, he brought fruits, incense, scented water, scented clay, tulsi, leaves, kusha straw, and loose flowers. They were not costly items and could be secured very easily, but because they were offered with devotional love, Lord Krishna and his associates accepted them gladly. The Brahman's wife cooked simple foods like rice and dal. And Lord Krishna and his followers were very much pleased to accept them because they were offered in devotional love. When Lord Krishna and his associates were fed in this way, the Brahman Shukadev was thinking thus: I have fallen into the deep dark well of householder life, and am the most unfortunate person. How has it become possible that Lord Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and his associates, the great sages, whose very presence makes a place as sanctified as a pilgrimage site, have agreed to come to my place? While the Brahmana was thinking in this way, the guests finished their lunch and sat back very comfortably. At that time, Brahman Shukadev and his wife, children and other relatives appeared there to render service to the distinguished guests. While touching the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, the Brahmana began to speak. My dear Lord, he said, you are the Supreme Person, Purushottama, transcendently situated beyond the manifested and unmanifested material creation. The activities of this material world of the conditioned souls have nothing to do with your position. We can appreciate that not only today have you given me your audience, but you're associating with all the living entities as Paramatma since the beginning of creation. This statement by the Brahmana is very instructive. It is a fact that the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, in his Paramatma feature, enters the creation of the material world as Mahavishnu, Garbhodakashai Vishnu, and Kshirodakashai Vishnu. And in a very friendly attitude, the Lord sits along with the conditioned souls in the body.
Where it is said that in a tree, two birds are there, Lord. Da Suparna. Anybody? In the tree, two birds are sitting. Compared to one is living entity, one is localized from the Lord, Paramatma. One is liberated, one is conditioned soul. And the Lord is watching what the other bird is doing. Just like a bird jumping from one branch to another and eating fruits. Just like we are enjoying happiness and distress in our life. And he is waiting when he will turn towards him for guidance. He is waiting. That means when he is going to surrender. Being disgusted with the materialistic way of life, of doing sakam karma, enjoying. Okay.
Therefore, every living entity has the Lord with him from the very beginning. But due to his mistaken consciousness of life, the living entity cannot understand this. When his consciousness, however, is changed into Krishna consciousness, he can immediately understand how Krishna is trying to assist the conditioned souls to get out of material entanglement. So today, continuing, my dear Lord, you have entered the material world as if sleeping. A conditioned soul, while sleeping, creates false or temporary worlds in his mind. He becomes busy in many illusory activities, sometimes becoming a king, sometimes being murdered, or sometimes going to an unknown city. And all these are simply temporary affairs. Similarly, your Lordship, apparently also in the sleeping condition, enters this material world to create a temporary manifestation, not for your personal necessities, but for the conditioned soul who wants to imitate your Lordship as the enjoyer. The conditioned soul's enjoyment in this material world is temporary and illusory, and yet the conditioned soul is by himself unable to create such a temporary situation for his illusory enjoyment. To fulfill his desires, although they're temporary and illusory, you enter this temporary manifestation to help him. Thus, from the beginning of the conditioned souls entering into the material world, you are his constant companion. When, therefore, the conditioned soul comes in contact with a pure devotee and takes to devotional service, beginning with the process of hearing your transcendental pastimes, glorifying your transcendental activities, worshipping your eternal form in the temple, offering prayers to you and engaging in discussion to understand your transcendental position, he gradually becomes free from the contamination of material existence. And as his heart becomes cleansed of all material dust, you gradually become visible there. Although you're constantly with the conditioned soul, only when he becomes purified by devotional service do you become revealed to him. Others who are bewildered by fruitive activities, either by Vedic injunction or by customary dealings, and who do not.
Where Krishna is saying, he's cleaned the heart. When she was. Prabhupada says this chapter, which chapter, which book? Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter. The verses Prabhupada everybody should remember. Prabhupada himself is in a prayer to when he went to America. How can come to a transcendental state of Brahmabhuta? He's telling, conditioned soul. Nashtapraya Suvavate Suvadittam Bhavasya, many other slokas is saying. In this prayer, he is telling how these people in Ugra Karma engaged, big building, big factory, big truck, big roads in America. Who will listen Krishna Katha? Then he's praying, but you are a great mystic. You can do anything and everything and become a puppet in your hand, do as you like. If you can bring on my lips some words that can attract, and their heart is cleansed, then it's possible. Everything is possible. Who is showing us how to pray. There are so many prayers. This is one prayer, is Hare Krishna. But Kunti Devi, so many first class prayers. Whole Srimad Bhagavatam full of prayers. Many. Now Brahma is praying, demigods are praying. Each word, all these things are very significant. Prabhupada said. Our life should be completely absorbed, embodiment of the teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is primary, ABC. But still Prabhupada said, though it is ABC, Krishna, Arjuna is listening in that age, even at the end of Daparju, just before. It took him maybe half an hour or 1 hour to understand whole of Bhagavad Gita, what he said. Whereas now we are so fallen, it takes lives to enter into the mystery of Bhagavad Gita. So many meaning divine persons say. Ask Prabhupada, how many times you read Bhagavad Gita? Prabhupada, 8 times. Good. You? 30 times. Prabhupada said, many lives you read, you will find new and new enlightenment. Advaita Acharya showing, he is reading Bhagavad Gita and want every sloka related with bhakti and couldn't do it, is teaching us. Of course he can, he is so exalted soul. Ishvara, he said. But he is teaching us. We shouldn't think I have known everything. And then one day, he in a dream, he found Mother Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, a Brahmin saying, now stop doing. He started fasting unless he can explain each verse with the bhakti, related to bhakti. So Lord said, I will tell you now, stop this fasting business. And he stopped. And he revealed. So you can see how meaningful. You can see Srimad Bhagavatam, because each word could have so many meanings. And so many words are there. Because it is the embodiment of Krishna, body. Whole Srimad Bhagavatam's teachings. Some of the top devotees from the history may not be only this planet, but the other planets. And many subjects are there. And we can have enough stuff to keep ourselves absorbed in it. Srimad Bhagavatam, absorbed means absorption in Krishna. That is what Prabhupada is saying. Gita, Bhagavad's teaching, we should be absorbed. The moment you have one of the senses, somewhere else, advanced Maya can enter to make us forget Krishna. Just like by the wind, by the high wind, a boat can be carried away. Yeah? There is a verse. Chapter 2, one of the senses. It's very difficult to control senses. Yes? Another Vardhan. Yes? Hey, Tony. Yes? No.
Mind is controlling the senses, and I am controlling.
And Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, especially tongue. Who can tell? Have control over tongue. Tar madhye jivati, lobhamaya sudirmati. The moment you see something palatable, Haribo. Hey, kahan gaya? Haribo. Very difficult. Even Kumar was asking, when the sense and sense object, I and the object of sense, very difficult. We may know all these things, but to do that, yeah? Yes? Yes. Yes, Kanupriya? He is advanced, who can control? He is real brahmachari, he can be surrounded many attractive things, but he is not disturbed. Real brahmachari. Some of the brahmachari's symptoms, there is 8 symptoms he should not do. So here is I see so many brahmacharis. And if we ask ourselves how difficult it is to do, yes? Saranam, thinking of opposite gender. Kirtanam, talking about relationship of opposite gender. Keli, dilly-dallying with opposite gender, huh? Joking. Keli. Upekshanam. Upekshanam. Prekshanam. That means very intimately, very privately talking. Nagi looking at with lusty desire. Even hearing, when Pururava was a great king, great hero, everyone wants to, every woman wants to become a heroine, joining with the hero, his hero. So even in the demigods kingdom, heavenly kingdom, Narad Muni was telling glories of Pururava, how hello, heroic, great, how he looks like this, that. At once Udbari started desiring and came to see him. This is in Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes?
Yes.
Anybody there? And Pururava also became attracted. Same thing, Jajati and Devajani. A big story. Like that. So many other places things are there. These two very important that I am telling. And Shankaracharya, long before from here, maybe more than 1,000 years, he is telling from that time, Balastavat kriya sakta, little boy like to play. What is that? Turnastavat. Young boys and girls are running at each other. Vriddhastavat chintamam. And when he becomes old, still he is thinking of something else. This girl is married, my daughter came back, her husband's, beat him up or something, whatever it may be. This son got a job or something, well established and he gone. I don't know what. Another, not he still studying, I don't know what is his future. Paramo Brahman Ekopino, nobody is thinking of Krishna. That is what Shankaracharya says, before he leaves his body, what he says, who can tell? Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam, Bhaja Muramate, Prapte Sanite Mane, Nahi Nahi Rakshate Dukhi Karane. Dukhi Karane, this is Saski. Dukhi Karane. So, he person is a very word juggler. So, from one word they can make so many meanings. So they say, all these things your scholarship, grammatical, won't save you when he is going to die, all your knowledge. What did it say? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So those are in the mode of goodness, demigods. What they are always doing? Om Tat Vishnu Paramapadam Sada Pasyanti Suraya Bhagavad Gita sometimes saying the devotees are always Machita Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Katayanta Samang Nitya Dusyanti Charamang Nija. Another place, Sadatam Kittantu Mam, always glorifying. Jatantascha, endeavoring. Dhirabrata, determined, very determined. Namasyantascha Mam, Nittam, all the time paying obeisance to me. Mentally anybody can do. Then bhakta yukta upasati, something. Nitya yukta upasati, nitya, all the time. Upasati, worship me. Okay. Again it said, sum and substance of Vidhi Bhakti, rule regulation, only one in positive and negative way. Who will tell? Susmita? Sumiki? You like me? Yeah. Any sloka?
स्मर्तव्य सततं विष्णु विस्मर्तव्य राजसे
सर्वविदे तेजस्यो तयोर्विकिङ्करम्.
Everybody knows this thing, sum and substance of all Vidivekti rule and regulation is this. Are we always thinking of Krishna? Moment you are not thinking of, must be you are thinking of Maya. Moment you are not serving Krishna, must be serving. Must. And this way many of us have drifted away from this path as the day goes, because Krishna, agent Maya is always testing us. Are you qualified? Without becoming qualified, nobody ever can go back to Godhead. One must be qualified. Without becoming a fiery body, you cannot enter into fire. Without having a spiritual body, without getting a visa, you put the passport, you enter. You cannot enter some country, they won't allow you. Even in this material world. Where you come from? Where is your visa? How many days you want to stay? What to speak of spiritual world? Yeah? Any question, any comment, any discussion? Prabhupada said, as long as you have an iota of attachment in this material world, you want to become a Brahma, again come back and become Brahma. You cannot enter into the spiritual world. Cannot. As long as you have got lusty desire, you cannot. It's not so. In the beginning, of course, Prabhupada said, come here, chant Hare Krishna, take prasad, go back to Godhead. After some time, you want to advance? I have done this, so you do this, again detail. Otherwise he will run away. Yes? First you tell this thing, he'll run away. One guy got so angry. When somebody said this thing, he's a new devotee. Only 1% can go like this. You can go. He said, because he's a new boy. He learned from his maybe superiors, this just use chant Hare Krishna, take prasad, go back to Godhead. And some say like that. Our Guru says, simply taking prasad will go back to Godhead. Otherwise he will run away. So depending on time, place, circumstances, they have to tell, like, as much as he does, that much good for him. It won't be destroyed. That is why he says. There is arithmetic you can study even in maybe in the kindergarten. But you can go further, there is the primary school, you make progress, promotion, primary school, again, secondary school, again. Between that, so many are eliminated, fail, but up to there. This much you learn, Krishna conscious. And when you go to the university, Prabhupada said, first class pass, 1 or 2 you can count, not many. But you can again try to become. Yes? That is what Prabhupada said. But if you tell somebody, here many long time, that's not telling. Somebody, you will not tell. They're beginners. You say, what? Better I give up. Another life, who knows, another life you'll get chance, she may glide down to some other species, millions of lives will get this. So this line Prabhupada said, take it very, very seriously. Prabhupada said, anybody who is very, very serious and sincere, no other qualification. This must very, very sincere and serious to go back to God. Then he will do. Make good progress. Thank you. Make sense, yes?
Yes.
Many don't say yes, don't say no. Very good. Samshayata, when he has got doubt, he can be happy here. He can be happy. Brahma bhuta prasannatma. And he is not prasanna, he may be vishanna. Look at the other side. He went on, good morning, give a smile. Television smile. You saw that teeth advertising one girl behind our guest house. You can see clearly this is not natural smile. Then after that written here, teeth implant, so many other things. So he's showing her all her teeth. So if we are outside, people say, good morning, how are you? Fine, saying. I know, look at him other time, face. He's got black like that. His face is not bright. That is, he has got doubt. One is called prasanna, one is called vishanna. He has got tension. One guy is told, sir, if you have got tension, Maharaj, what do you think? Who can say I am free from tension? He doesn't know. You chant Hare Krishna, take prasad, you will be prasanna. You can't think. How is it possible? One can be free of tension in this material world? Nobody can. Just like one is a fool, he thinks whole world is fool. One is mad, he thinks whole world is mad. One is thief, he thinks whole world is thief. That's called Atmavat Mannate. What he is, he thinks.
We are trying many times, but always we fail. So is there any grace mark so we can success?
Well, there is a saying, failures are the pillar of success. If you carry on doing, someday one time, just like kids, their mom or dad help him stand. And one time he stands. May not be all the time. They say, God helps those who help themselves. One tries, God sees how he is trying, how much, with how much sincerity and determination. Accordingly help. Prabhupada says, Krishna is more clever than us. He is saying, let me see how much you want to become Krishna. He will test him again and again. Difficult test. And accordingly he is progressing. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Everybody has not the same determination, same strong intensity, strong determination, strong desire. Accordingly he works. God is clever, Prabhupada said. He can see how much he is paying the price, working hard. Krishna is clever, he will test. I am just repeating Prabhupada's words and nothing else. Okay. What's time? 7:30. A little bit more, then you can chant. Everybody feels some change, want some change. Then you can fire up chant. No. What is it? Neither say yes, no, no. Anuruddha, কখন এলি তুই? এতক্ষণ কোথায় ছিল? তাই কখন এলি?
কৃষ্ণ সুদামার সাথে
কালকে এসছে। Finish?
There's a long way to go.
Long way to go. It's a long, long way to go. So, do you like to have some change? Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Some are saying nothing, neither yes. Very strange. Anyway, let us have some change, at least some. You can do part of chanting And each time one person pass it to others. So you have to see so that who will chant? Somebody, some Gandharva, Gunamani. You chant kore, কিছু chant করে তার পাস করে তার কাউকে আছে সে আবার বলবে Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Harmony, anybody?